Hello everyone, my name is India Simone Ward and I kind of wanted to start this YouTube channel for all new moms out there who are about to deliver or who have delivered and have scars or have stories and they don't know how to tell them, or they just need a little encouragement and inspiration. So I kind of just want to come here to tell you guys my story. This is really hard for me to do. I was really nervous to speak out about it, just because the stigma that comes behind new moms. You're worried about your body figure, your mental mind frame. It's definitely a huge transition for a lot of young single moms out there. So it's something that you have to be you really can't prepare yourself for it. I would say you have to be prepared for it, but it's something that it comes with learning and growing every day over time. You learn something new about yourself and you reach new goals and new heights. And just when you think that you're prepared and you're ready, trust me, you are not. So I actually, to start from the beginning, okay, we're here. Sorry. My due date was originally December 12th, and then they moved it to December 9th, and then they moved it to December 4th. So probably about the third month of going into my doctor's appointments, they noticed that I had one fibroid. So when they noticed that one fibroid, it was probably the size of a little gumball. And then they were like, oh, don't worry about it. Everything is going to be fine. Well, going into probably my 5-month checkup, the fibroid had doubled its size. So it started off probably like about this small, and then it was like this big. So not only did they notice that fibroid, but they noticed two. So they just was very concerned about my entire pregnancy because the fibroids was actually taking food from my baby. So, I was very small during my pregnancy, and at first I thought, okay, I'm a small person. So I just assumed like, okay, I was going to carry small, but it was actually the fibroids that was taking the food supply during the pregnancy. So that was really, really concerning. And, I ate a lot. I drank a lot of insured drinks, drank a lot of water. I took my vitamins. I was very healthy. I'm a healthy person. But it wasn't until my pregnancy that I realized that I had fibroids. So ladies, if you are thinking about possibly carrying or wanting kids in the future, I would definitely say start getting those checkups now. That is something that is definitely important to know your body. If you do have fibroids, try to figure out where you are in the process, how you can fight it, and just know in the future what you're going into versus kind of, I was very scared, I was nervous, and then that also carried those emotions to my baby girl. So I would just say, get your checkups now and follow up on that so you don't have any problems. Okay, so let's dive into a little bit more deeper. Again, this is just session 1, so I'm not going to give you guys all the goodies because I have to keep you in tune. But I will give you just the foremost. So going into month nine, the doctors did tell me, hey, we're going to have to deliver early. I was supposed to deliver around Thanksgiving because my baby's movements were slowing down, and again, she wasn't gaining as much weight because the fibroids was taking all of my food, no matter how much food I ate. So I was like, okay, that's great. I'm gonna have a Thanksgiving baby. I'm super excited. Well, things did kind of take a turn. I went in on a Friday for just a regular doctor's appointment checkup, and I sat there probably for about 2 hours with my family. And we were tracking the baby's movements. Things were going like up and down. It was great, then it wasn't great, and then we just didn't know what was going on. So I had 2 ultrasounds that day. First to just check the baby's position, the baby's weight. So the baby was head down, but it wasn't breech or anything. The weight was fine. It's just, again, the movements were skyrocketing and then they were dropping dramatically. So my doctor was like, hey, we're going to have to go ahead and admit you. So I was like really sad and I was really hungry too. So I was like, oh, I don't want to go to the hospital. I want to go eat lunch, enjoy my family, but that didn't happen. So I went into Madison Hospital. Um, I want to say that Friday, and everything was fine. Friday, actually hung out. Friends came to see me in my room, played Uno. Everything was great. My doctor was like, "Hey, your movements have actually gotten better. We're gonna keep you here one more day, and then hopefully you can go home. But if not, prepare to deliver your baby that next week." So we really were pushing for like Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So then that Saturday, which is actually November 16th, I was fine and went to the bathroom that night. I ate Jimmy John's, everything was great. Went to sleep, and then they came in just to do a little checkup, and they had to put me on the monitor. The baby's movements had dropped again significantly. So they brought in like 3 monitors to make sure it wasn't the machine that was not working. And after having all of those monitors in, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna have to deliver you right now." My family had just left, so I'm like shaking, I'm hysterically crying. I just didn't know, what I did wrong. Like, what is going on? I don't want to have a preemie baby. It just scared me because I wanted her to be fully developed and healthy and everything to be great. So they gave me a lot of steroids. And remind you, I was 36 weeks and 5 days. So I did go into labor at 36 weeks and 5 days. I ended up having to have a emergency C-section. So I had my mom right there by my side and all of my family, which was really, really exciting and just grateful and happy. So after having my C-section, of course, I go to the room. I see my beautiful baby girl, which I love so, so, so much. And so after spending time with her, I thought everything was great. Of course, I'm on a lot of medication at the time, so they're getting me to do all the paperwork and birth certificate, and oh my gosh, it was just overwhelming. But you're so full of joy, so everything just goes really, really, really fast. Well, that next morning, I woke up and I had let me stand up so I can kind of tell you guys. Okay. So like I had swelling like around this area. It was almost I can't tell you like how big it was, but it like of course I carried out here, but the swelling was literally from here to here. And I didn't understand why, what was going on. It was hurting so bad. I can't bend over, couldn't squat, couldn't go side to side, any of that. It was just a very, 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 very painful pain. Um, didn't know what was going on or where it came from. So the doctors came in, and unfortunately, I had to get a lot of x-rays, CAT scans, and they said that I had blood clots. So, of course, that is really dangerous. So they went back they cut me right here already for the C-section. So my cut was probably like from here to here. Then they went on and cut me again from here to here to get the blood clots out. So that was my second time they went into my incision. Got the blood clots out. I'm highly medicated, so I'm in pain. That time, I'll show you guys. Of course, they're cleaning it with saline. And they're stuffing it with this gauze, and it just got ridiculous. So this is just kind of a beginner into that. Then the next day, they were actually about to send me home, and I'm like, something isn't right. I'm not feeling good. It's actually warm to the touch. It's growing. It's getting bigger. So another doctor said, "Oh, we're gonna go in again." I had a hematoma. So I will explain to you guys what that is at the end of the video, and you guys can kind of research on it. Some may know about it, some may not. So they went back into my incision again, which is the third time going into my C-section within 2 days. So they're coming again. So right now I have a dressing on it because it's very, very painful. They cleaned it out, did everything that they could, and they were like, we have to put a wound vac on you to drain all of your blood clots and get everything out. So a wound vac is this guy here, which is not fun at all. I had a D Royal brand, just to kind of show you guys what it was. I will have pictures at the end of my video. And just to tell you a little bit about it, I was really depressed. I cried. I couldn't even actually, I was on like Dilaudid, Ativan, Percocet, Oxy, a lot of medication, so I couldn't spend a lot of time with my baby girl for the first few days. I had to have people in the room to help me definitely take care of her because I wasn't in the right mind frame. So it was very, very a lot going on at one time. I'm a healthy person, never had any surgeries my entire life. So just waking up that morning, looking at my scar, seeing that, oh my gosh, my stomach is huge. What is wrong with me? It was very, very depressing. So I actually had to talk to someone about that because I literally left the hospital a different person than when I came in, physically and mentally. So I will warn you guys about that. It's a huge transition. Your emotions are going to skyrocket. I was really, really depressed, and I definitely had to speak out about it, and figure out how can I get help, because you get in the mirror and you look at yourself and your body has changed drastically. You are not the person that you used to be. And it's not a bad thing. It can be a good thing, but again, it is definitely a transition. So I had to go home with a wound vac, and they pretty much had to cut this styrofoam here, as you can see, and they cut it here to fit my incision. And I actually had to walk around for 3 weeks with this plugged into my stomach. So this was over my incision, this was here, and I had this little guy. So that's giving you a tutorial there. And it was plugged into this machine. So I actually had to have, this is my machine, so I still have it. And you can see, I know you guys don't see that, but you can actually see like the fluid and everything going through here. And I have this plugged up to here. And this is that captured all my fluid, on and off button. And so this is what I had to walk around with for 3 weeks. I literally cried every single day. Didn't leave the room, probably. I still haven't left the room, honestly. It's just something that's going to take time for me to get used to until I'm completely healed and better. But I have to carry my machine like this, and this is how it is connected. So that is exactly what happened after going into an early labor. Calls or texts back. That's why. So right now, they actually stuff it with zinc, and the zinc looks just like this, like a white gauze, and it's really messy, but it's a healthy vitamin that's supposed to help you heal pretty quickly, and it's a mineral, so overall just good for health. And so pretty much it's open right now, and you go in and you stuff it with the zinc, you cover it back up, and do that every day for right now. They will have to get back in again and close it, whether they're going to staple it or not. So that is episode 1. So kind of this episode was just to tell you guys about the process of if you have to go into premature labor, and if anyone has had any, situations with blood clots or scars, definitely understand. Again, I'm still going through it myself and figuring out the kinks of balancing being a new mom and, taking care of myself and my mentalness as well. But it's a lot, and it's a huge transition because you look in the mirror and you're not the same like you used to be. But it's all for the better. It's for a beautiful blessing. So in the end, I gained a beautiful baby angel who is very healthy. But it's a new job, and I'm not gonna lie and make it look like it's super easy because it's not. I still have at-home nurses coming, taking care of me. Then I have to pump, leave them up all night. So it's definitely a transition. I would definitely say pump. That helps me lose a lot of weight quickly. Actually, probably like first 3 days. I still have some weight that I have to lose here, which of course I will get. Anybody who knows me knows I love going to the gym. So I will be getting back in the gym as soon as I'm fully healed and can hit the ground running again. But I do have a little weight, and kind of now you can see the little pouch here that they have to stuff and everything. So this is just me in the raw, showing you guys this transition, showing you guys that it's not easy. It is a process, but it is something that once you do it, it's beautiful, and you have to just share your story. So tomorrow is going to be my checkup on my wound, and I will definitely have you guys come along and see my progress, how I'm doing, and we'll just check in every week to just talk about, mental health, mental awareness, the balances of being a new mom, and all that fun stuff. So I thank you for everybody who's been coming to visit, calling, checking on me. I love you guys so much. Again, it is a new transition, so it's something that takes a lot of time and a lot of work, and I just wanted to share my story. So I'm here in my home. You guys can hear my dog. I got my baby over here, the Mama Roo, which is a lifesaver. Anybody who has a newborn, get the Mama Roo. Okay? Okay. So I love you guys, and hopefully you liked my story, and you stay tuned for episode 2. And again, this is a huge thing for me to do, especially to open up about my scar, my wound, my depression. After all of this, it's super hard, but I hope that I can spare someone else's depression and make somebody else know that you're not the only one going through this. You can overcome it, and I love you, and I'm here to fight the battle with you. Stay tuned.